The Second Era, Season 2, Episode 4, Sandwiches. The party returns to the city of Mindun, where they see that the city has been attacked by the dragon cult. Tuma is as shocked as they are and goes off to check on things. The party instead goes to the inn that they were checked into before leaving on the Castle Natar mission. They find that the owner has been using it as a shelter for the wounded of the city. The party puts their magic and skills together to help heal the people, and their room debts are forgiven. The party then goes to check with their respective guilds. After checking on each, they learn that the faction alliance is shattered. The Zentarum have betrayed the alliance by making a deal with the dragon cult. Because of this, the Order of the Gauntlet has suffered heavy losses. The Lord's Alliance is under a coup from the Raven Guards, and the Harpers have gone underground. The party spends some time searching the city for their friend Leosin, who was last seen gathering intel on the Lord's Alliance, but they are unsuccessful in tracking him down. Gwen discovers a new spell and sends a message directly to Tuma, asking if he knows where Leosin is. He says no, he doesn't know. Isla lets the group know that she is going to stay behind and help the Order of the Gauntlet to rebuild. Isla leaves the party. The rest of the party decides to talk to Tuma in person. They learn that he went to the city castle for unknown reasons. At the castle gates, Silver wild shapes into a rat, and the party watches as she scurries past the guards into the castle to look for an entrance. The rest of the party waits nearby for Silva to return. As they wait, one of the guards notices that they've been staying in the area, watching things, and gets suspicious. He questions them, but eventually just walks away. The party waits longer for Silver to return, and as they do, Crack's mind lingers on an encounter he had with Bender back in the High Forest when Bender offered a trade.
Trade?
You want my name?
Crack's not name.
That is right, yes.
Trade?
I was under the impression that Silver already traded the information, though.
Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel name. He leans back from the chair with this just big smirk on his face. Trade.
There was a time in a city where I had to find an entrance to a guild, and there was a guy sitting on the pier and he was fishing, and all of the signs said that that was the meeting place, and I sat and I was fishing with him for 12 hours. So that's what we're working with. If you're trying to do a puzzle with me. I just really hope that you're prepared for this to take 12 hours.
Bender tries a few more times to bait Cracks into trading for information on his own past, but Cracks merely leaves the entire encounter confused. The party starts to get hungry while waiting, and decide to search nearby to see if there are any food vendors still active. Iona catches Cracks eyeing one of the abandoned food stalls. Cracks denies that he was going to steal anything, saying that he is just going to look. No one believes him, so Gwen turns away and says just don't let her see him do it. Iona, however, gets distracted by a cat and sprints after it down an alley. Cracks quietly makes his way to the stall and makes sandwiches for everyone, and an additional emergency sandwich. Just as he's about to finish up, a safe box catches his eye. Meanwhile, Iona slowly approaches the alley cat, grabs some food from her bag, and is able to gain his trust. Gwen sees Krax reaching for his lockpicks and tries to sneak over to stop him before he steals this vendor's livelihood. She unfortunately loudly hits her leg, and everyone in the area looks at her. Krax pops up from one of the stalls with pockets full of sandwiches and uses Gwen's distraction to escape. The party meets back together, and Krax hands out the sandwiches. As they eat, Krax trades 2 names with Bender. With the first, he learns that Nomomancy does not have a maximum range. And with the second name, he gets Bender to agree not to eat Iona's new cat. The party starts to worry about Silver as more time passes, so Gwen magically sends a message to her, but senses that the message didn't reach the destination. So they decide to go in after her. The party tries to negotiate with the guard to let them in.
I made a sandwich.
Is that a sandwich?
Have a sandwich.
Why? From what?
It's fresh. It's a fresh sandwich.
Is it?
Yeah.
You just made a sandwich and put it in your pocket before you walked it?
He did.
Is that weird?
Yes.
Oh.
That's suspicious.
I think I can tell this. It's a little suspicious, but I have a pocket sandwich, but it is fresh from my pocket.
I'm not eating your pocket sandwich.
He does make a great sandwich.
I would normally sell one of these bad boys for 3 silver. That's premium for a sandwich.
Are you trying to sell me a pocket sandwich?
No. I'm trying to trade a pocket sandwich with you. And I didn't catch your name before?
Waldruff.
Waldruff?
Yeah.
I want to trade.
Krax cleverly uses Waldruff's name to trade with Bender in order to get the party inside. Bender uses his magic to open the gates. While the guards scramble to find out why the gates are opening of their own accord, the party uses this distraction to sneak inside. Past the gates, the group works together, using Iona's cloaking magic, Krax scouting through his owl, and Gwen distracting the patrols with thaumaturgy in order to get closer to the castle itself. Through his owl, Krax is able to spot a servant's entrance. As the party approaches, they see 2 servants outside. The group brainstorms different ideas for getting past these servants, and they decide to do all plans at once. Iona gets her new cat, Gwen magically makes ominous whispers, and Krax conjures an invisible mage hand to lift the cat towards the servants. The servants are terrified from this ominous ghost cat and flee screaming.